because I don't expect to have a super long stream. 2 hours max. Nothing longer than that. Do I have anything to sharpen? Oh, the joys of the problem that I'm always facing. Every knife that I own is sharp already. Like, what do you even do at this point? And there's still no people in here. That's weird. Very unusual. Normally I have somebody in stream by now. Let's hope this doesn't do anything. Well, it's a lot cleaner. What's up, Willie? How you doing? You're late. I've been streaming for like an hour and you just now show up? What a shame. Do I have anything to sharpen? I need to find something to sharpen. Brando, what's up? Hey. This has a dull spot. Or not. I think I made him sad by saying he's late. He's not really late. I told him he was an hour late. In reality, he joined when I was on for like a minute. So Aiden sent something for the channel that is something I haven't used before. You lost your original fracture? You thought I was being serious about that. You should probably go to bed then. Anyway, Aiden got me an Atoma, I think 140 grit. It's my first Atoma. This thing is wild looking. It looks like a disco party on a plate. Like, it's nothing like this. It's a lot more aggressive, too. I was fibbing. I was not lying. Well, I didn't buy this one. Aiden got it for the channel and keeps asking if I've used it yet, and I keep saying no because I haven't used it yet. Well, I finally got a knife that has a slightly dull spot. What a shocker. And now I can finally try it out. But this is a reprofiling stone. It is not for the regular use type stuff. Oh, Jesus, that's aggressive. I can feel that. It sounds like chewing on rocks. That is the most aggressive finish I've ever seen on an edge. Like, oh my God, it literally sounds like chewing on rocks. And unfortunately, you guys aren't going to be able to see the edge. But just take my word for it, it is an extremely aggressive finish. We'll see you later, Willie. Have a good one. Shit. I haven't tried one of them compound finishes yet. That's what I refer to it as. So it's an Atoma 140. It's a 140 grit. The usual stuff I work with is 400, 600, and 1000. This thing is really low. And a compound finish, what I was referring to, I'm not sure that's the proper term, but okay, feel free to ask. But the compound finish is where one side you have as a high grit finish, and the other side you have as a low grit finish. And apparently it has the best of both worlds with, what's it called? With better edge retention, but a really toothy pop-up knife. I don't know what you mean by pop-up. You mean like that? Where you push a button and it opens, or... The speed at which I just got a burr is insane. I can't even describe it. I'm already done with one side. Like, that's it. There's no more on this stone. That's it. Holy shit. Dude, I should have bought one of these way earlier. It looks really sharp. That doesn't help narrow it down. There's a lot of knives that look sharp. Do you mean pointy? Yeah, you can hear the difference. Oh my God. My blade's magnetized. You can see all that. It looks like... Oh, so yeah, Brando's right. It's an OTF. It's a 140 grit. Says it right there on the side. Go on to Google and look up OTF knife, and it may show up. Anyway, I'm going to try and demag this knife real quick. Yep, that worked. Dude, it was insane. It's already done on the 140. I think I did like 20 passes, and that was it. God damn. No, I'm impressed. I gotta tell him, like, I'm happy with it. That is the fastest I've ever gotten through the first stage ever. I've never had to reprofile a knife and done it that quick. And the other best part about that is I wasn't even pushing that hard. Glad you found it. You can thank Brando for that. I have one OTF, but I'm not bringing it out right now. It's upstairs somewhere. If you'd like to look up my OTF knife, it is also on my YouTube page. You can find it anywhere. Or you can find it on the video called the Crate Tactical Parallax. I think it's overpriced for what you get. So, as much as I'd love to keep a solid relationship with that company, it's overpriced. Especially since I know how much that costs to for dealers. It is like way overpriced. This is 8CR. The Crate Tactical was D2. Quit moving. My God. Dealer pricing for knives. It's like authorized dealers, not drug dealers. Like Blade HQ is an authorized dealer for Spyderco and stuff like that. Yep, I got it for $20, so I'm not going to complain. At least Spyderco does a good heat treat on their 8CR. I'm not trying to justify it. Brand new, these things are like 65 or something. It's a Spyderco Persistence. What do you mean, boo? It's a solid knife. It's pricey, but it's a solid knife. Oh, shut up, Lou. Look at me, I'm a moderator because Knives or KO Knives forgot to shut off the moderator thing for me. All my good jokes are inappropriate. Dude, you were never responsible. Trustworthy? Responsible? Hell no. And nobody's falling for that. Let's be real here. Nope, not telling inappropriate jokes on YouTube tonight. Not in the mood for that. This is the fastest I've ever sharpened a knife. Genuinely. What, like a horse walks into a bar, he says, ow? That's YouTube appropriate. It's not very fun, but it's YouTube appropriate. Yes. I don't know any jokes about stropping. Sharpened a stick on the ground? No. If I wanted to sharpen a stick, I'd use a knife. There's a very mild burr that won't come off. I had a knife since I was 6. Oh, Jesus. That thing's sharp as shit. Damn. Somebody needs to remind me to thank Aiden profusely, because this is insane how quickly it sharpened that. We'll go into messages. Well, that doesn't sound like a very good night. I'm speaking from experience because that's not a very good night. We'll go and say, just tested the 140. It's absolutely insane how quickly it removes material. There. You have a favor? Are you asking for a favor? I'm not going to say yes or no until I know what the favor is. Dude, do you know how much faster it would have been to sharpen this thing with that 140? Hell, this thing still has a chip in it. I could probably take that out in a couple minutes. What did I say about bedtime stories? Like, the best bedtime story I have is something I do at a stand-up comedy show. Fine. Flip this over real quick so that as soon as we're done with the 140, we can swap to the 400. Now, again, things that I'd say at a comedy show, stand up comedy or whatever, probably didn't happen. This one is one of those stories. I've been on a lot of planes throughout my life. And every once in a while, you get that little shit that's kicking the seat behind you. Or it's kicking your seat, you know, from the seat behind you. And you look over, I looked over, told the mom, "Are you going to do anything about this kid?" She says, "Oh no, stop kicking the seat in front of you." I said, "Fine, if you're not going to do anything, I'll do something about it." She's like, "Don't you dare." So I didn't, for the time being. I dealt with it for the whole flight, about a 2 hour flight. Not that big of a deal for the most part, because he kind of forgot to do it sometimes. But he continues kicking the back of my chair. And we finally land. And I'm like, okay, this is the time that I'm going to get back at him. I'm in the middle seat. His mom's in the center aisle seat. And he's in the middle seat behind me. So, I let the... it's an atoma. I don't expect there to be grit contamination, but it's 140. I wouldn't expect it. No, what I did was I waited until the flight ended because I'm extremely petty like that. And, I let the person in the center aisle off. And then I tell the mom, "You can go ahead and go first." So she starts going. Her kid follows her. I trip the kid. He trips face first into her ass, bites her ass, and falls on the ground. She's like, "What the hell are you doing?" to the kid because she didn't know that I tripped him. The funniest thing I've ever seen, the way that she freaked out. It was great. Got what he deserved. No, I was not banned from an airline for throwing a kid out of an exit. That doesn't... Sometimes I wish I was, but... Yes, it's an Atoma 140. They don't do peanuts anymore on airlines. Did you guys know that? They don't do peanuts anymore because so many people are allergic to peanuts. The airlines I've been on don't do it anymore. And the airlines I'm referring to are Delta and... oh, what's the other one? Southwest. Delta and Southwest don't do it anymore. Yeah, I think the peanut allergy is kind of a new thing. Not very common. It didn't used to be common anymore, or anyway. And now it's extremely common. Sucks because you used to be able to make fun of kids with a peanut allergy. Like, heh, you can't have peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, exactly. Nowadays, you can't do that because it's offensive. Like, you think I care what your kid thinks? I don't. What's up, Aiden? We used the 140. That shit is insane. Is what that cool? So unfortunately, I haven't seen every episode of Big Bang Theory. I've seen a lot of them, but not all of them. Let's see. You said, "Do you know what happens if I feed my peanut butter?" Dude, that chip's gone. It was gone in minutes. Like that's the fastest I've ever removed a chip ever. Insane. Okay. 600 now. On this soft stuff, it's amazing, dude. Like, I was having trouble getting a chip out of this thing. I spent a good hour sharpening this knife. On that first stone was like, it was a good chunk of the time. Maybe we'll try it on some S30V next. Something with a bit more carbides. Try something out. Beautiful. 1000 grit. I have had some troubles with S30V in the past, so I don't. The hardest steel I have. Well, the hardest thing I have is tungsten carbide, but I'm not sharpening that thing. Oh, Brando, you're the one that liked that one from Menards, right? Or whatever pocket cleaver it was. Blade play. Gross. Oh, where's a T8 when you need it? He could get that one kinetic folding axe from CRKT if he wanted it. I don't know if I'd want to spend $350 on it though. If that's the case, he probably follows Tank Tolman or whatever on Instagram. Oh yeah, that thing that I usually do. Shout out to Jin Knives for their great tools, by the way. The little tools that they send with their pocket knife kits, they're pretty damn solid. Yeah, but unfortunately, my windows are in the other room. I got tinted windows for my truck. I just haven't put them in. Paper test. Well, I know what stone I'm starting on from now on. That was insane. Well, I bought them because they were cheaper to buy the tinted windows than it was to have them tinted. Okay, so let's test this. This is S30V from Gerber. So you guys saw the catches right here, and right here. And those spots are mostly right in this area and then up here. And as much as I hate to reprofile this thing because it has a gorgeous edge, and I really don't want to ruin that. But if you want quality products, then... Oh, by the way, this thing will be up for sale hopefully tomorrow. It is Gerber's answer to the Bugout. Well, after the Bugout came out. Brand new, I think they're like 180 or 170 or something. But I'm not going to go for that much. I'm telling you, man, this sharpening with this thing sounds like chewing on a box of rocks. Not even kidding. It sounds horrible. Well, hopefully he likes them. I missed a section. I need to buy me some of Lacey's stroppy stuff. Oh, wait. What am I doing with my life? Holy shit, I'm not the only person that knows his name. So, Aiden, very curious. Why do you send people stuff? Genuine question. Surprisingly, this is the least trouble I've had sharpening S30V. Outdoors 55 is Alex. So what do you guys think is a fair asking price for a Gerber and S30V? $50 to $60. Dude, these things sell for almost 200 brand new. Actually, it's just a black oxide finish. But it is S30V and made in the US. Not that that's saying a whole lot these days. Yeah, they didn't even use DLC on this thing. Nope. The whole thing's stock. There's no modifications done to this other than the edge. But I'm not even going to call that a modification. But it has a better than factory edge. Would it surprise you if it was made in the US by somebody that was born in China? Because for some reason that doesn't catch me as unusual. Screw you guys, I'm going home. I can't do the Cartman voice that well. Now I need to resharpen all my knives. Because we have this thing, it's called Pride. And unfortunately, I can't let a Gerber be sharper than all the rest of my knives. S30V is kind of its own thing. I'll look real quick, but Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what I'd compare it to. Maybe we go on to the Knife Steel Nerds website and we find out what's comparable in his giant ass graph. Oh, thank God. S30V is. No, Spy 27 isn't as hard, or doesn't have the same edge retention. It has better edge retention than MagnaCut. So similar to Rex 45 and Rex 76. It also has a similarity to Vancron. Not that anybody knows what that is. Yep, it's on a Gerber. It's not a bad knife. Yeah, Vancron's not a usual steel. I don't normally see that on steel or on knives. So the problem I have with it is this is extremely rough. Well, Rex 46 and Rex 75. What are they? Rex 45 and Rex 76 are different. So this is just a little too rough, and I wear soft pants, so the fact that this is just going to be pressing up against my pants, it's just going to shred them. Well, this isn't a crappy steel, though. It's a S30V. It's a good steel. Will it hold up to everybody else's heat treat? I have no clue. All I know is this thing is damn sharp now. It's also extremely expensive. Oh, it's dreamy. Let's see how much this thing goes for brand new, because it is way more than I want to spend. Blade HQ, Gerber, Cert. Damn. So the base model, Bugout, costs $180, and this thing is $190. And it's only $190 because it's black on black. The other ones are about $5 less. It's the black finish on the blade that costs more. And y'all are going to love this. Should I tell you guys how much I got it for? Because I'm not gaining anything if I tell you that. Yeah, it's not even DLC. It's a black oxide finish. It was less than 40. Whisper it to us. I got it for 15 and I'm going to sell it for over $100. Yeah, it's just not my kind of thing. Specifically because of the scales. I don't mind them at all, but this texturing is really aggressive and shreds pants. It's not a bad knife. I'm not saying by any means that it's a bad knife. And unfortunately, Gerber's ruined their reputation so much with the knife community that no actual knife guy wants to buy it. That's the biggest problem that we have at the moment. But I'll sell it for like almost half of what they go for brand new. Maybe a little more. I'll probably try and go like 110. Now, I keep on saying this thing doesn't need a new edge. Yet here I am with a new sharpening tool. Oh, well, that was sad. Autocorrect Victim Award. Heel of a deal. That's good. Well, that's your choice. Did you see that Knives, I guess, got a fracture to do a review on? Probably because of you. Yeah, it's not. I've been cutting cardboard all week with it, so it's not bad for everything that I've done. But it won't even catch the edge. So let's reprofile with the new stone and see how well it goes. Woohoo. This is still the worst sounding stone that I own. Like, it sounds horrible when being used. It needs more. Well, I'm only bringing it up because he already did a YouTube video on it. I don't give away sneak peeks on other people's channels. Yeah, let's focus on this one shiny spot right here. Freaking camera. There we go. What do you mean it's his fault? It's your fault for wanting it. Oh, look at me. I listened to what a YouTuber told me to do. That's your fault. Just because you like it, that's a side effect of you listening to a YouTuber. I love making fun of people for actually listening to what we tell them to do. Like, everybody in here right now, you're going to get a sneak peek of something. I want you all to go to the James Brand website right now. They have a sale going on. Okay. And one of their knives, called the Redstone, it's that one blue one that I'm trying to sell. is $29 right now. And usually it's sitting at about $100. 12C27 steel, so it's not garbage. It's got a crossbar lock, integral body. It's a solid knife. TTO, what's up? Everything, the very minimum should be 8 CR, and Gerber still falls below that. They're still using 7 CR and 4 CR. So here's what I'm going to show you guys, right? This knife is for sale, or, James Brand Redstone. Okay, 12C27, 2.5-inch blade. 4 CR is trash. So if you go onto you look up the James Brand, and then you go onto their website, the sunset sale is going on right now. So you click on that. The pike is half off. No, more than half off. Shit, $60. I don't give a damn about your 10% off thing right now. Though if you want to save extra money, you might as well. The Redstone, right there. And they might have sold out of the black one already. This one's half serrated, but let me scroll down and see. If it'll load for me. Yep. So the black Redstone is $29. Oh, no, it's sold out. Damn, I should have bought one when I had the chance too. Now they're all half serrated, but let's check out that other one, because I was actually kind of interested in that. I meant to share this with everybody like last week and completely forgot about it. I do that a lot. Ooh. What blade steel? Come on, give me the details. 12C27. I mean, if you guys like traditionals, might not be a bad choice. $60. Can you get one that's not sold out? There. Black on black isn't sold out. God damn. But black on black is 80. Let's continue with this. See, this is what I get for not telling people early. Most of the knives that I receive from factory don't cut worth shit, so screwdriver. Come back here. Ooh, I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a little chip right here. Tiny, tiny reflective piece sitting right there. Right there. Oh, it's shining. That's the burr. Come on, focus for me. That right there is a burr. It's really hard to get that stuff to focus on camera for you guys to be able to see this crap. Just that tiny little wire right there. It's the first time I've ever been able to catch it breaking off in one piece on camera. That's not easy to do, by the way. I don't have a whole lot of fears. I find there's no point in being scared of stuff. There's something about using power tools to sharpen a knife that I find very, very bothersome. And my reason behind that, I assume, is because I know power tools can take off more material than mostly anything else. And it terrifies me to think that I could absolutely ruin a knife because it got pulled into an angle grinder wrong. You want to know what serrations do the best with rope? VEF serrations. From Tom VEF, I believe, out of Oregon. Go look up VEF serrations. They're freaking huge. What do you mean, no lol? Sure, I don't like serrations all that much either, but Spyderco's serrations are great for cardboard, which sounds really weird, but it works. Specifically, like the bird serrations on the straight edged knives, where the whole edge is flat, or the Warncliffs or whatever. It's more tactical than practical until you need them. And those serrations pull shit into them and don't let go. you'll have 3 serrations on an M16, and those first 3 cut deep. Which brings up my friendly reminder: serrated knives are not saws. Don't use them as such. You will get cut, and those cuts hurt. Well, the cut doesn't really hurt. It's the stitches that hurt if you live. Oh, you don't know shit about serrations. They don't hurt that bad. You're not going to get cut if you use them as a saw. Shut up. I am speaking from experience. Because I was that idiot. Learn from my expensive mistakes. It is worth not doing. You say that. Serrations pull deep and they do some gnarly shit that regular edges just don't touch. Haha. Yep, straight edge is my kind of thing too. Or regular edge is my kind of thing. I don't really like serrations, but they work great in the right use. Especially, like Aiden said, if they're sharpened properly. Oh, this is going to be horrifying to test. Why do I even do this to myself? The hell happened there? It's like starting with that low grit made me better at this. It's like getting a really nice gun and having it already sighted in. It makes everybody a great shooter unless you really suck. now there's the question of this. I find that to be sharp enough. And the reason why I'm not going to go further on it is because the knife is basically brand new. Droid, what's up? Casey, what's up? Welcome back. Oh no, that was the worst cut of the night, actually. And that one wasn't great either. Well, let's pull the one that I just sharpened out. Oh, there's a... This... That's a lot better. Did I get them to be shaving sharp, though? Well, let's find out. I didn't shave this morning, so... We're not doing that again. We did it last time. I don't need to prove it like that again. Although I didn't show it on camera either. I just know that it did it. Yeah. You know? I'm gonna say that's sharp. Damn. No skin irritation either. That's really weird. Because normally what happens is when I sharpen a knife, it gets, it pulls the hair a little bit before cutting it. And that time it didn't do that. So there's like no skin irritation right there at all. The Civivis. Yeah, those are pretty damn sharp. You're not wrong. I think my leek takes the cake. Mango, I think mango skin causes diarrhea. That's why it's toxic. That's the reaction that people have, I think. You should look it up just to make sure, but I think that that's the typical reaction of eating it. But welcome back. I'm going to grab the Civivis real quick. Why not? Yeah, the leek in 14C. My leeks are fucking sharp, dude. Real quick before I sit down, I'm going to take a short break and put an ice pack on my chair because it's fucking hot. So one of the downsides of having a fake leather chair is it radiates or it reflects heat back towards you. So you're sitting there sweating your ass off the whole time that you're sitting in it. Why can't you guys ever read this? Like, you sit it there and then there's a reflection and nobody can read it anyway. But yeah, I'll be back. I'm telling you guys, 1 degree makes all the difference. When you're sitting there with your house at 74. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. What is up with America and like our high school our students in general are just getting dumber and dumber. It's like we're starting to lack in the department of sentience. Well, I drive to a restaurant. I don't see a point in paying for somebody to drive it to me. We need 350 more watch hours to unlock memberships, super chats, and apparently shopping on my channel from my own store. That'd be pretty cool. It is. It's almost like they want us to be dumb. Who would want that? I can think of a few people. Well, this month we've gotten just about 1,000 watch hours. 980 to be exact. Okay. It can be done if you set a playlist to be watched. Then it will sit there and give me watch time. Yes. Drop a sharpening video. Man, I'm not even that good at it. Pretty sure I already have a playlist of almost all of my long form content. I gotta go fix something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay. It was not a wedgie. If it was that, I would have fixed it before I sat down. Holy shit, I fucked that up. I made that bevel huge on accident. That's why I'm saying I shouldn't make sharpening content, is because my bevels are not consistent. Sharpening. Aiden sent a new stone for me to play with. So I've been playing with it. We'll see you later, Lou. Have a good one. Okay. 600. Now 1,000 grit. Yeah, it's a Kershaw. Pretty sure it's fake, but don't tell anybody. Well, I ordered parts for it, and none of the parts that I ordered fit. So I think it's a fair assessment that it's not real if none of the parts that I ordered fit. Not even the pocket clip. You should probably get that checked out by a doctor then. I'm not a doctor. Nothing fit. What do you mean a weird uh it works? It costs less than me buying a ceramic rod? So I stopped asking questions. If you found something that worked without spending 30 bucks or something, or even $5, and it didn't hurt the other thing that you were doing it to, would you, oh shit, I only have 10% battery life left. Guess I'm ending the stream sooner than I thought. Well, that's the whole reason I do it, is that it costs less, so. It's good enough if you ask me. Yes, I've gotten myself plenty of times. I've never cut myself on stream, but I've gotten myself a lot. So my phone hits 5%. We're going to end the stream. There's no going past that. I don't want my phone dying. Oh, it's just beautiful. I don't mess with butterfly knives. Mostly because they're too expensive. No. Like, things aren't even the same size is what I'm getting at. Like, screw holes aren't even the same size. And those are pretty universal across the board. The KVT ball bearings didn't fit. Like, we're talking serious stuff that you wouldn't just overlook. Like, the bearings were a different size, is what I'm getting at. They're smaller. I don't own a real one. The markings look right, but nothing fits. And I own a lot of Kershaws. I think I would have figured out that it was fake, but I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me. I spent $5 on it. And I got some time for a stream out of it. It may be discontinued. The clip wasn't super far off, but you'd have to drill out the holes to make it fit. And the old screws were bigger than the new set. %. Damn. But yeah, it was close, just not close enough. You have a good one, Casey. We'll see you later. You know what I'd find hilarious for all the wrong reasons? Is if that was the real Casey Anthony. The main reasons being wondering why, oh, nice. It's the first time I've got myself in a while. No blood, though. Again. Lucky me. Went to close the knife, my finger slipped, and little flap of skin right here. But again, no blood. All good. Yep, we're all good. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shit like that happens. Well, as she said, she was acquitted, which means a jury didn't find her guilty the second time or something like that. To be honest, I didn't expect to be reshaping my finger tonight. Shit happens. But yeah, I was just like, it'd be hilarious if that was the real Casey Anthony. Because the things that come to my mind when I think that are one, how'd she come to my stream? Like, what brought her here specifically? That's the main thing, is what brought her to my stream specifically. Oh yeah, it heals back normal. I mean, I just didn't expect to be reshaping my finger tonight. I'm not saying it's a common thing that happens all the time, but it happens once every couple months. I get myself and, you move on. Big whoop. Most of the time, there's no blood. When I said I have to go fix this, by the way, it felt like I was passing a kidney stone. And I'm just sitting there like, hey, I got to go fix something real quick. That's what was going on, by the way. I'm not sure if there was actually a kidney stone, but it doesn't hurt anymore. Oh, it's so beautifully sharp. I wish I had that stone sooner. It fucking hurt. It's weird just trying to casually act like nothing's going on when that's happening. Luckily, it wasn't. If it was a kidney stone, it wasn't as bad as my first one. That one, I actually went to the emergency room for. No, I don't. Like twice a week, I'll have a thing of root beer, and that's it. And by thing, I mean like 30 ounces or something. Whether it was her or not changes nothing to me. She was giving me watch time. I used to watch Forged in Fire, yes. It wouldn't be the most insane person I've ever talked to. No, not a 2 liter, like 30 ounces. So almost 2 cans of root beer in a week. Most of the time it's less than that because sometimes we don't go out to that place. My phone is at 5%, which means we're going to go ahead and end the stream because I didn't want to. My phone was at 50 when we started. I expected to do a 2-hour stream. We're sitting here at about an hour and 50 minutes, so not too bad. Maybe we'll wait until it goes to 4, even though I said I'm not going any further than 5. But it's probably like right on the edge of being at 4. I don't understand why people delete their messages. Like, I can still see them, right? Yeah, it takes a lot more than watching somebody do it to learn how to do it right. And it takes a lot more explanation, again, than watching somebody do it to properly learn how to do that to a knife. It just does. It's not that easy. It took me weeks to figure out how to get them shaving sharp. And now that I can get them shaving sharp without causing skin irritation, that means they're sharper than they've ever been. This thing's a little grimy. I haven't told you how to hold your angle properly. That's like the most important part. What? Like chewing on a bag of rocks? Because that's what the 140 sounds like, chewing on a bag of rocks. Anyway, guys, as much as I'd love to continue with the stream, my phone's about to die, and if I don't end it now, then it will likely die. And then I just don't want it to die. So I did grow up with dull kitchen knives, yes. I have fixed that since then. We'll see you guys later. Y'all have a good one. I'd love to continue the stream because there's a few people in here, but I'm not going to. So we will see you guys later. I do have knives up for sale if you're interested. Like this Rat 1, this beautiful Rat 1 in almost perfect condition. There's a few scrapes on the blade. $35 on Blade Binge. Just look up Rat 1 on Blade Binge, and it looks like this with this mat behind it. That's going to be it. We'll see you guys later. Hopefully you have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you in the next stream. Woohoo, look at me. I'm trying to end the stream.